Have you ever felt lost in a sea of hurt, wondering if your struggles have any meaning? It's a question that echoes in the hearts of so many of us. We face trials, heartbreak, and disappointments, and it's easy to feel like we're just adrift. But what if I told you that your pain is not pointless? What if, right now, God is quietly working behind the scenes, transforming your deepest wounds into your greatest strengths, turning your mess into a message? Today, we're going to explore 5 powerful signs that God is doing just that, turning your pain into purpose. This isn't about magical thinking or ignoring your hurt. It's about recognizing the subtle, powerful ways that God redeems our stories. So if you're ready to see your struggles through a new lens, stick around. You might be surprised to find that your breakthrough is closer than you think. The first sign that God is turning your pain into purpose is that you develop a deeper reliance on Him. When life is easy and everything is going our way, it's natural to become self-sufficient. We start to think we have it all figured out. But when a storm hits, when we lose a job, face a health crisis, or experience a deep betrayal, we're quickly reminded of our own limitations. It's in those moments of desperation, when we've exhausted all our own strength and resources, that we finally turn to God with a new kind of sincerity. We stop praying polite, rehearsed prayers, and start crying out from the depths of our souls. This raw, desperate dependence is exactly where God wants us. It's not because He enjoys our suffering, but because it's in our weakness that His strength is made perfect. As it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your pain forces you to lean on God in a way you never would have otherwise, building a foundation of faith that is unshakable. This new level of trust isn't just for a season. It becomes a part of who you are, equipping you for the purpose He has ahead. The second sign is an increased compassion for others who are hurting. Before you went through your own fire, you might have been sympathetic to other people's problems, but now you're empathetic. You don't just feel sorry for them. You feel with them. Your own experience of pain has opened your heart in a profound way. You understand the silent tears, the sleepless nights, the feeling of being completely alone. This shared experience creates a bridge between your heart and theirs. Suddenly, you find yourself wanting to comfort others, to offer a listening ear, or to share a word of encouragement. This isn't just a nice gesture. It's a divine appointment. God is using your past wounds to make you a healer for others. The comfort you receive from God is now flowing through you to them. The Apostle Paul talks about this in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3, where he speaks of the God of all comfort who comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort those in any trouble with thee. Comfort we ourselves receive from God. When you feel that pull to reach out to someone who is struggling, that is a clear indication that God is repurposing your pain into a ministry of compassion. A third powerful sign is the emergence of new skills and strengths you didn't know you had. Trials have a way of pushing us beyond our perceived limits. When you're in survival mode, you discover reserves of resilience, creativity, and determination you never knew existed. Maybe you had to learn how to budget meticulously after a financial crisis, and now you're a wizard with finances. Perhaps navigating a complex family issue taught you incredible patience and communication skills. Maybe battling a personal struggle forced you to become your own advocate, developing a strength and a voice you never used before. These are not random byproducts of your suffering. These are gifts forged in the fire. God allows these challenges not to break you, but to build you. He is equipping you with a unique toolkit, custom-made for the purpose He has for you. James chapter 1, verse 2 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." That perseverance isn't just about enduring. It's about growing stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the destiny God is calling you into. The fourth sign is that your story begins to inspire and give hope to others. At first, you might be hesitant to share your struggles. It feels vulnerable, messy, and maybe even a little shameful. But as you begin to heal, you may feel a gentle nudge to open up about what you've been through. And when you do, something amazing happens. People listen. They connect. They see their own struggles reflected in your story, and for the first time, they don't feel so alone. Your testimony of making it through the storm becomes a beacon of hope for those still in the middle of it. They see that it's possible to survive, to heal, and even to thrive after pain. Your vulnerability becomes a source of strength for an entire community. This is God turning your private pain into a public proclamation of his faithfulness. Revelation chapter 12 verse 11 tells us that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. Your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, is a powerful weapon in God's hands. When you find that your experiences are encouraging others and pointing them toward God's goodness, you can be sure that your pain is being redeemed for a glorious purpose. And the fifth sign that God is turning your pain into purpose is that you gain a new, eternal perspective. Before your trial, your focus might have been on temporary, worldly things, career success, material possessions, or fleeting happiness. But deep suffering has a way of stripping all of that away and forcing you to confront the bigger questions of life, faith, and eternity. You begin to understand on the heart level what truly matters. Your relationship with God, the love of your family and friends, and the hope of heaven become your anchors. The temporary struggles of this world begin to shrink in comparison to the eternal glory that awaits. As Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 8, they were under a pressure far beyond their ability to endure. So they despaired of life itself. But this happened so that they might not rely on themselves, but on God, who raises the dead. This shift in perspective is a profound gift. It frees you from the anxiety of trying to control everything and allows you to rest in the sovereignty of a God who holds your future in his hands. You begin to live not just for the here and now, but for eternity. This eternal mindset is the ultimate purpose God is cultivating in you through your pain, preparing you for a life of unshakable joy and meaning, no matter what circumstances you face. So, let's recap these 5 signs. First, you develop a deeper, more desperate reliance on God. Second, you feel an increased compassion for others who are hurting. Third, you discover new skills and strengths you never knew you possessed. Fourth, your story begins to bring hope and inspiration to others. And fifth, you gain a new, eternal perspective on what truly matters in life. If you recognize any of these signs in your own journey, take heart. God is at work. He is not wasting your tears or your pain. He is meticulously, lovingly weaving it all into a beautiful tapestry. A story of redemption and purpose that will glorify him and bless others. Your current struggle is not the end of your story. It's the training ground for your destiny. Trust the process, lean into him, and watch as he turns what was meant for evil into something unbelievably good. Thank you so much for watching today. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content that helps you find faith and purpose in your everyday life. We'll see ya in the next one.